I hope you are able to see my screen.
Yes, Manish.
That's great. Okay, so as we are solving tree problem and all we are doing is using recursion. So at the same time, we are learning binary tree as well as recursion, right? So and I think tree is the best data structure to learn recursion. So we had a strategy for solving any tree problem. What was the first one? Anyone of you can recall?
Height, it was height, Manish.
It was
Height or depth.
no. I'm not asking problem. So strategy, methodology.
Induction hypothesis.
Yeah. So first step was hypothesis.
Induction. Oh, sorry. Hypothesis.
First, we need to define the hypothesis. The second was we need to define the induction. And the third step was we need to find the base condition. Right? I'm recalling again and again so it goes your mind properly. So this is the three things to solve any recursive problem. So if you are able to establish this three things, you can solve any problem. So what is the hypothesis? So hypothesis is if my function is print n, okay, so print n, then it will print 1 to till n, okay. If my function is print n minus 1, then it will print 1 to till n minus 1. Similarly, if my function is n minus 2, then it will print 1 to n minus 2. So what I'm trying to do here, I'm trying to reduce the input size, okay? And I am assuming I'm trying to reduce the input size. So if print n minus 1 can print 1 to n minus 1, okay? So the way we are solving this problem is recursively is if someone asks you print 1 to n, okay, then you call, okay, I need to print 1 to n, then what do? You call the same function recursively and asking the function to print till n minus 1, right? You're asking the same function to print n minus 1. So now it's the responsibility of this function to print 1 to n minus 1, right? So this is hypothesis. So this is hypothesis what we have just defined right now. So you have to make your input size smaller, right? You have to make your input size smaller so that you can solve it. So my hypothesis is this one. So if this function can print 1 to n minus 1, and if I can print this last n, then problem is solved. So I can write SOP of n. Problem is solved. But the problem is that it will keep on decreasing and it will go till minus infinity or what is the range of your data type, right? So to stop somewhere, so what we defined hypothesis, we defined induction, right? To stop this recursive call, we need to define the base condition, and my base condition is if n is greater than equal to 0. This is my base condition, and then you just return. That's it. This is how we solve the recursive problem. This is the approach we are using, right? Okay, so everyone is comfortable till right now. Like who all are attending from the beginning, I think they are very clear. But for whom this is the first class, then they might feel difficult. But no problem. We are going to solve 5-6 problem, and we using the same concept. Nothing less, nothing more. Only these 3 things we will be doing, and problem will be solved automatically. So recursion is just magic. You don't need to worry a lot. You just need to worry about the base condition, and you need to establish your hypothesis and induction properly.
So Manish, I have a quick question here.
Yes.
So you said hypothesis, right? That
Your
the,
voice,
bending-
your voice is like I'm not able to hear you properly.
how about now?
Now it's a bit better. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I just want to understand like this thing before you go to the next one. So just bear with me for 2 minutes. So hypothesis is you have to bring those n elements, right, of that particular tree, and then induction would be to make the condition smaller, like input size smaller. And then to solve the recursive call, you have to define a case condition. That's what you said.
Yes. So just wait for some more time. We are going to solve few problems on tree so that you will understand. So this is the basic problem.
Sure.
Okay, we'll solve the same concept using the same concept to solve a tree problem. So don't worry about it.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, just wait. Yeah.
Sure.
So starting with we solved a lot of problem, but we'll start with one basic problem. Okay, and that problem is level order traversal. Okay, and that too using recursion. Okay, so level order traversal. So problem is level order traversal. So what is level order traversal? First, we'll try to understand that and we'll follow accordingly. So level order traversal is you have one tree, something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay. So you have to print this tree this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is how you need to print. Okay. So in my previous class, I have already explained about in order, post order, pre-order traversal. So this is also one kind of traversal, and that is called level order traversal. So if you are not using recursion, you can use queue to solve this problem. Okay. I'm not going there. So you guys know queue. I have already talked about queue, how we can implement the queue, everything you know. If you want to do, just go through the queue, apply the queue concept, you will be able to solve. So because we are learning the recursion, so my challenge is how we can solve using recursion. This is the problem, how we can solve using recursion. So that is my challenge. Okay, so you understood what is the challenge. Now, let's think about it recursively. Let's think about hypothesis. Okay, how we can define the hypothesis. First step is define the hypothesis. Okay, so my hypothesis is something like this. I have one level order traversal. Okay, so I have one function called level order traversal. Okay, and I give what I give? I give root node. Okay, I give root node, and let's say I give height of the tree. Okay, obviously you must be thinking why height. Just wait for a few minutes, you will understand. Okay, you have root and you are just giving height. Okay, how you can calculate the height? You know how to calculate the height. Okay, so for who does not know how to calculate the height? Okay, so for them I'm just applying the hypothesis and recursion. Okay, so in a single problem we will be seeing three recursive problem in level order traversal, and that's why it's very good concept actually. So how we can get the height? So I have one height function, and this will be taking the root node. Okay, and we need to solve again this height problem using recursion, because my goal is like solve every problem of tree using recursion. Okay, so what is the hypothesis here? If hypothesis is this is the tree, okay, if I give the root node, if I pass this node, Okay, if I pass this node, so this node will give the height of the tree. Let's say height of this node is 3. Okay, what if I pass this node as a function input, then this node will give height as a 2. If I pass this node, this will give height as a 2. Although I don't know the 2 and 3. I'm just looking at my example and I'm just telling you. So how we can make our input size smaller? So this is the tree, and this tree size is 7. Okay. If I call node dot left and node dot right, automatically tree size will becoming 3, and is this side also 3. So we can call something like this, node dot left and calling height function. Again, I am calling height function with node dot right. So it's my hypothesis. It's not the actual implementation. It's not the real value what is coming. So my hypothesis is, if I know what is the left node height of left child and what is the height of right child, okay, plus 1, okay, plus 1 to get this height, right? This side also plus 1 to get this height. So if I say 1 plus, let's say this is L, this is L1, this is R1. Okay, so 1 plus L1, comma 1 plus R1, and among this, if I get the max of 1 plus L1 and max of 1 plus R1, so it is possibility right has one more child of 8, and this time this will be returning maybe 3. So 3 plus 1, 4, and this side it will be coming 3, right? So among 3 and 4, which one is greater, right? Someone just write no. Okay, so among 3 and 4, which one is greater, right? So it's 4 is the greater. So I know, yeah, this is the 4. So I can say I can return this value. So this is my induction. So this was the hypothesis, and this is the my induction step where I am computing. So after hypothesis, what extra thing I am, so in the previous example we were printing the things, but in this example I am getting the maximum of what is return value of this and what is return value of this. So hypothesis and induction is clear. Now I have to get the base condition. So base condition is, if node is equal to null, then I'll return 0. So this is done. So I know the height of any tree. Okay. So this is the way we can calculate the height. So whoever not attended my previous class may will find difficult, but who all had attended, I'm sure 100% they won't feel any problem here. Oh, sorry guys, stopped working. Okay, going further. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I know the height. Okay, my goal is I need to print the tree in level order. Okay, so what I was suggesting, I have one function called print level order. Okay, what I am passing? I am passing, okay, I am passing, let's say I'm just passing root. I'm not thinking about the height. Okay. Okay. For now, I'm just trying to stop the recursive approach. Okay. And for now, like how we can come till the recursive approach. But before that, what is like intermediate things coming in my mind, how we can solve this problem. Okay. So my first thing in my mind is coming, if I know the height of this, if I know the height of this tree, And what I'll do, I'll get first height of the tree, height of root. Okay, I got the height of the root. And if I apply one for loop starting with int I equal to 0 and I is less than equal to h I plus plus, okay, and somehow if I print, if I is equal to 0, I print this element. If I is equal to 1, I'll print this 2 element. If I is equal to 3, I print this 4 element. Okay, so my problem can be solved because I need to print in level order. So if I need to print the level order, then I need to know the height, right? I need to know the height. It may have many height, right? It may have 5 height. So I need to get the maximum height. So first step, my first step would be I need to get the height. Okay, I got the height. Now I can try to write one for loop, and that for loop will be starting from I equal to 0, I less than h, and I plus plus. Okay, this looks good, but how can I print this two element if I am passing the label? Maybe so this is label, right? Height is equal to h, means 5 label, then 5 height, then this is the level 1, this is level 2, this is level 3, this is level 4, this is level 5. So what I am thinking, so I'm thinking I'll pass print level, okay, print level, and I will pass this root node, and I will give the level. First level is I will be starting from 0, right? So this is the level. So root I. Okay, so some function I need to write, and that function will be printing this level. Okay, but how to write this function? That is my another problem. Okay, so let me tell you the problem solving strategy for few more minutes so that you will get better understanding. So if you find any problem in the world is very complex, okay, any problem, whether it's related to designing of aircraft or anything, any problem, if you find it very difficult, you will be must observing there is some hierarchy kind of thing. Okay, once I say hierarchy kind of things, it means you can divide your problem into smaller chunks. So if someone asks you to design one aircraft engine, or let's say someone asks you to design one computer, that is better example, computer system. So you can divide this problem into sub problem. First problem, you need to develop CPU. Okay, you need to design CPU, you need to design memory, and you need to design maybe interface or like mouse, keyboard, and other thing. Okay, so again, CPU designing is complex part. So what you can think, you can design ALU, you can design RAM, and you can design something else, other components, some integrated circuit. Again, if you see this ALU design is difficult, then you can divide it again and maybe designing as microprocessor or something like that. So now you can solve this problem. You can design the microprocessor. So you can solve this problem. You can solve this problem. If you can solve this problem, then this problem is solved. If you can solve this 3 problem, then this problem is solved. If you can solve all this problem is automatically solved, right? What I am trying to understand. So in real life, anytime if you are getting some problem and you feel it is complex, try to establish the pattern, how we can reduce to the smaller input. Okay, so how I reduced it? Okay, this is complex problem, I don't know how to solve. So my thought process started, if I can print this level, this level, this level, this level, then problem will be solved. Okay, but how many levels are there, I don't know. To know the how many levels are there, people are joining in between. Okay, to know how many levels are there in this problem, okay, I use the concept called height function. Okay, and I got the height. So I know the height. Okay, so obviously I reduced my problem. So now my goal is I don't need to worry about printing all node together. I just need to print. So maybe level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4 till height x. That's why I written one for loop. So I will be writing some function called print level, and I will be passing root and level. Okay. So in any question till now, anyone?
No, sir.
Good. Obviously, like who is attending my class from the beginning, I don't think they will feel problem. But yeah, any other question from anyone else?
It's clear from it.
No, Manish.
Hamid, is it okay?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Okay, so my question is now my question reduced to I don't need to worry about solving this label order traversal. I need to worry just about print label, where I will be giving the root node. Okay, where I will be giving the root node, and I want to print only node which is at level I. Okay, so my problem now reduced to I have a tree. Okay, so my next problem is I have a tree. I have a tree, and if I give, I will always give root node. Okay, I'll give root node, and I'll give, let's say, level 2. Okay, if I give root and level 2, I just need to print this 2 node. That's it. Agree? Everyone is okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, Manish.
Okay, so I don't need to worry about all nodes, right? I just need to, I need to write one function. If I give 2, it will print this 2. If I am giving 3, then it will print this 4. If I am giving 1, then it will print this. You may consider 0, 1, 2 also. It's fine. So it's just your assumption how you are implementing. Okay, so my problem is this one right now. Okay, how I can solve? So my problem is print level. Okay, and this I am having root and level. Okay, okay, now I have to think recursively. How I can think recursively? So here it is, let's say 2. Let's say 1, 2, 3 is the level. Okay, here it is 2, and I think this problem I have already solved in my previous class, and that was like 15 days back, so you must have forgot it. So I'm just repeating it again. So here it is 2. Okay, so if somehow I can reduce the size, okay, if somehow I can reduce the size of what you can reduce, how you can reduce the size of root, you cannot reduce the root size, right? You can think of reducing the size of level. Okay, so can I think something like this? I'll call print root level -1. So this time it will be again calling with root, and it will level will become 1. Okay, so once this level will be becoming 1, so that's where I want to print, right? That's where I want to print. So as part of my induction, it is clear I want to print if level is equal to 1, then I will do SOP node.val. But what is the base condition? Base condition is again if am I doing something wrong? Root level -1. I think it should be left, right. It should be, yeah. The root dot left and root dot right. It should have print root dot right and level -1. Yes, this I was missing. Yeah. So again, I have to just normal printing in order and post order. I need to print root dot left and level -1. When I will be keep on decreasing, and if node is equal to 0, then I'll just return. And if level is equal to become 1, if label 1 become, then that node I am printing. Okay. How we can create the recursive tree and other thing I have already explained in my previous class. So maybe you need to watch the video if it is your first class, but this is how we can think of. Any problem till now?
So if you're printing the first one, right? So you just print the first one without the recursive call. So let's say if I pass root comma 11 1 instead of
Hamid, I'm really sorry. I'm not able to hear you properly. I'm not sure about others. Are you guys able to hear Hamid?
okay. How about now? All right, keep going.
Or you can type. Then I can get the question at least. Any other question from anyone else?
Yes, Manish, regarding the base condition, I think the base condition should be level -1 equal to 0.
No,
Not level equal to 0.
this is not base condition. This is induction. This is induction. My base condition is always this maximum time you will see. If node is equal to 0, then just return. This is my base condition. This is induction step. So it's not always necessary. I will write induction step after the recursive call. I can write the induction call before recursive call also, right? And that's the reason I am doing this induction step. I have written before the recursive call. So this is the way we can solve. Okay, I'll code it also so that you can understand. So let's.
मनीष सर,
Yeah.
जो हम लेवल पास कर रहे हैं, वो वाला लेवल हमें प्रिंट कराना है.
Level, we don't need to print level. We need to print
जो
element.
level values है.
Correct. That level value I need to print. Yes.
अगर मैं लेवल 1 पास करूँ तो हमें रूट नोड प्रिंट होना चाहिए.
Yes. If I am passing 1, then root node print होना चाहिए. If I am passing 2, then second level element should be printed.
Okay.
Okay. Anyone else? Yeah.
Now, Manish, like before this, you took one example using for loop. That is to print the entire tree, correct?
Correct.
Like level.
Yeah. So this one will be printing. If I am passing 2, then this will be printing 2. So what I can do, I will keep on changing the parameter of this function. I will first pass root and 1, then I'll pass root and 2, then I'll pass root and 3. So first time it will print this node, the second time it will print this 2, third time it will print this 4. Okay.
Manish, after this, like, can you revise that printing level order once?
Yeah. I'll revise. I'll code it also. So don't worry.
Okay.
Don't worry. It will be clear and it will be in everyone's mind. Don't worry. Okay. So I'll just comment this too. Okay. And I'll comment this line of code. So any question for this height? So this is straightforward, right? I just, if node is equal to null, then return 0. Otherwise, I just need to do math.max 1 plus height node dot left height dot. So this is hypothesis. This is hypothesis. I added 1 and getting the maximum. This is induction and this is base condition. I can get the height from here, right? Any doubt here? Give thumbs up if okay.
Manish, we are supposed to add only one, right? Like any one of the call has to be added with 1.
So
if
you can do like this also. 1 plus this, here you can remove. Don't confuse with this mathematical. Anywhere you can do. So it's
but
good.
if you're adding with the 2 call, like it will be.
It is math
For-
dot max, right? This is separate number. This is
Okay,
separate number.
Got it.
Don't confuse, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So here people should not have any confusion. You know the height. Okay, that's good. You know the height. So what I can do here is let me comment this. Okay, so print level order traversal. So this is the print level order traversal. I pass the root node. Yeah, that's what I passed, right? Then I got the int h height of node. I got the height calling this function. I got, let's say height is 3. Then I am calling I is equal to, so it is for decreasing order. That is another problem. I is less than equal to h and I plus plus. So this function is getting called number of time, like h, if h is 5, then it will call 5 times, right? This function will be called 5 times, passing I is equal to 0, I equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that, right? So this is the function we need to call again and again. And so once one level is printed, then I just need one new line. That's why I'm writing this statement. Okay. So this is the main function where the things are there. Okay. So first, my hypothesis is print level node dot left level -1, print level node dot right level -1. This is my hypothesis. My induction is, I want, if I'm just writing the print, then it will print whole statement, whole tree, right? But I don't want to print whole tree. I just want to print if level is equal to 1. So it will print only thing and it will return. After that, it won't go down, right? And this is my base condition. This is the base condition. So if node is becoming null, then it will return. And this is my induction. So this print level will be printing only. Okay, let me try to run this. So I have the same structure here, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, like this. If I run it, error, what error it has, let it be. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Any question? And here I just added tab so that after each print there is tab, and this line, this element is making the new level in new line. Any question now? Or if you need further explanation, just let me know.
Manish, can you trace it? Can you trace this question with stack so that we'll get to know?
Arey yaar, I have already explained so many times. I need to finish 4-5 problem, yeah. Okay, I'll try.
Can you hear me now, Manish?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Okay, so just one question. So if I want to build a root node, right? So how does it work with the level -1, root of left, level -1? So in that case, will it be like 0? So let's say if I'm thinking level 1, right? So it has print of root of left level -0. I want to print the root node. So, but you don't have to condition for 0.
Okay. Okay, I'll create one stack trace so it will be clear. Don't worry. Your question will be answered automatically. So two ways are there. One, recursive tree is also one approach by which you can define your things. Okay, so let me go with recursive tree first. Okay, let me try that only first. Okay, so print level, root level. Okay, so it's thing like this. I'm just assuming this is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Okay, And let me copy this code here. Oh shit. Sorry, it got hanged. Sorry guys, like my system got hanged. Just a minute. Oof, oof. How can I exit? Okay. So let me first paste the code. This is code. Okay. This is at one corner. Okay. Now I have tree. This is here. So it is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. If you guys practice a lot, you don't need to create this recursive tree. So in the beginning only, just for understanding, we need it actually. So if you try to build the recursive tree every time, like won't have that much time. It will be very difficult. Okay, so this is my tree. This is my code. Okay, this code is what it does. It does the thing. If I am giving the root node and I am giving the level, it will be printing that level. Okay, this is the code, and you have confusion there. Other than there is no confusion at all. Okay, that's the expectation. Okay, so what if I say, okay, let me make you understand like this. If I say system.out.println, if I write this, okay, and I'm just running it, let's see what is happening. So it is printing for each level call. Okay, every time it is called, right? For four times it will call because it has having 4 levels, right? So each time it is printing every node like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Each time it is printing every node, right? Okay, here actually is starting from h equal to I. Here I should do 1. So that is better actually. So 3 times it should print because level is 3. So each time it is getting printed all node. Okay. So if I ask you, so any question for this particular, so you know how to print tree, right? This is how you print tree, and this is pre-order traversal, right? Any question here? So
No, sir.
here I can even remove this level parameter, right? Even if I remove this level parameter, okay. So if I remove, so because this level is doing nothing in this particular code, although I am passing one parameter, you can give something else also. It doesn't matter because I'm not using this level parameter at any place. So it is useless. Even if I remove also, it will work, right? You agree with that, right? Right?
Explanation.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then good. So this is just pre-order traversal. Okay. Now I want to print. So what I can see, this is level 1 element. This is level this 20 and this 30 is level 2 element, and this 40 and 50, 60, 70 is level 3 element, but I can see from the tree. Okay, so in the first call, I just want to print this. In the second call, I just want to print this too. In the third call, I just want to print this. Okay, so if I draw the stack trace of this particular problem, how you are going to do is, so it is first print of 10, right? So print of 10 is calling print of 20 and print of 30. Then print of 20 is again calling print of 40 and print of 50. And this is calling print of 60 and print of 70. That's what this code does, right? Or anything else it does. And apart from that, it's first printing 10. So SOP of 10. Then it is doing print of 20, print of 30. Then once it is coming to print 20, then it will be first doing SOP of 20, then print of 40, print of 50. This could do, first it will do SOP of 30, then print of 60 and print of 70. Once it is calling print of 60 and print of 70, this will also got called, right? SOP of 60. But again, if it is will be calling the print of 60 of left, there is no left child. So it will be calling print of null, right? And again, it will call print of null for right child also. This again, it will first do SOP of 60, and then it will call print of null and print of null. So my base condition, if it is null, then do nothing, just return it. So just return it. Okay, so just return it. So I'm just going back. So once this is done, it will keep on going back. That what you can understand. Any question till now?
No, Manish.
Hamid,
So,
Hamid, is it okay?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Now this is the way this program is running. Now what I want to do is, I don't want to print all the element, right? So first what I am passing here, I just want to print level 2 element. So this is level 2 element. Okay, so if I am passing here with one parameter 2, okay, and every time I am calling node dot left, node dot right, I am just keep on decreasing. So here it will be called print 21, print 31, right? I'm just want to print this level 2. If you want to print level 3, so what will happen? Here it is 3, right? Then it will, here it will be 2, 2, and here it will be 3, 1, 1. Agree? Okay, if it is having n level, and if I am calling with n, okay, as a level, so once it is reaching level is equal to 1, okay, so if I ask to print level 3, so only in level 3 this value will become 1, right? Agree or not? If I am passing with 2, then only at level 2 this value will become 1, right? Agree or not?
yes, Manish.
Hamid, is it okay?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. So now this is clear, right? If I am passing here 4 and there is 4 level in the tree, at level 4 this will become 1. So what I am doing as part of induction step here, I'm not doing anything extra. As part of induction step here, what I did, I just commented this line and I added one condition. If label is becoming 1, then only print my element and just return that. So what it is doing, once this is label is 1, so this is printed, I don't want to go down. So my work is done and I want to return back to the column. So I will return back to 10. So if I printed 30, I don't go beyond that. I'll just return. Right? So this is my induction. So earlier induction was straightforward, only a out system.out, but I have got condition because I want to print only element that is at level 1. So this is how now any question. So this is very simple, right? What extra I did? Nothing, right? I just added one condition because I want to print. So if I add this condition, so what happened? So only 10 will be printed for the first time and all will be ignored because 10 is at level 1. Second time, only 20 and 40 will be printed, right? Although it will be reaching this 10, but this condition is not matching. So system.out.println is not there. So it won't print this one. Only it will print 20 and 30 and remaining all are ignored. And in the last case, only 40, 50, 60, 70 will be print. See? Got it or not?
Got it, Manish.
Yes, sir.
There cannot be better explanation than this. That's what I understand.
Yeah, got it, Manish.
Okay. Okay, that's good. If you got it, then let's play around it. Now, what I'm saying is, here I'm using loop, right? And so my earlier statement was, whatever code you can write using iteration, we can write using recursion as well, right? So why should I use for loop? I don't want to use for loop at all. Okay. Now this is my another problem, and I want to convert this for loop into recursive. So this is iterative method. I want to convert this for loop into recursive. Okay, this is another problem. You got my point, right? How we can do that? So my problem is I don't want to use for loop. Okay, I'm interviewer. If I'm asking, yeah, do the level order traversal. You use loop. Okay, again I'll stop you there. Okay, I don't want to use iterative approach. I just want to use recursion. Okay, how we can convert it?
Manish, what was the question? Okay, can you repeat again?
So this was the for loop, right? Within the print level order traversal, right?
Yes, yes.
So this is for loop I used. Okay, but
Yeah.
my question was, I want to use only recursion. Okay, so how you can convert this for loop into recursive call so that you don't need to write again this for loop. Okay, no for loop I want to use in my code.
Done, sir.
Brilliant. Think about it. It's very simple, right? I just need to write hypothesis. I just need to decrease h minus 1, right? So h is 0. So I need to print all the element starting from h to 0, right? So every time I need to decrease to h. I'm just decreasing h every time, right? So I'll just call this print level. So this is my actually, this two line are my induction step, and this is hypothesis, this is base condition. Nothing more than that is needed. And this h height I calculated in while I was calling the function, there only I calculated. calculated the height. That's it. See the code, look at the code, and let me know like if you want to ask something or any question. It's just magic. Recursion is magic. Use it efficiently. So if you compare this code, so here also you are calling print level. Here also I'm calling the print level, right? So here node, you are always passing this root node. Here also I'm passing the root node. Here you are passing I as variable. Okay, here instead of I'm passing h as variable, but h every time is it's getting decreased by 1 every call, and that's how it is calling recursively. And here in for loop, you are just calling this s out println. Here also I am doing s out println. Both will give the same result.
मनीष सर,
Yes,
इस सेशन की रिकॉर्डिंग कब तक मिलेगी?
आज मिल जाएगी इसका आज.
आज इसी सेशन की?
हाँ हाँ, आज मिल जाएंगे. आज मैं अपलोड कर दूंगा.
चलिए सर, क्योंकि मेरा पेपर है तो मुझे जाना है अभी.
Okay, okay, sure, sure. Any question till now? Hamid, is it clear to you?
Yeah, almost.
Almost. Maybe then please watch my previous video related
Yeah,
to
yeah.
tree.
I will. Yeah, that's why I said almost.
Yeah, watch it from the beginning. You will understand. I'm 100% sure. Yes, I think it's clear for you, right? Okay. Nayan, I think after a long time you joined. I'm not sure about you, but how is it? Is it okay?
Yeah, it's okay, Manish. Thanks for recognizing me.
I can
Long
remember
time.
few names. Hamid,
Yeah,
Nayan.
because lots of work and some additional course like stuff were going on.
Actually, it happens, yeah. So
And-
last 2 weeks I was so busy, like I didn't get time to upload my YouTube video, and it hardly takes 20 minutes.
Yeah, I was following your YouTube videos because but I was not able to join the classes, but I was following your YouTube videos for the programs and all.
Yeah, so sometimes like even if sometime you are missing the class, if you watch the video, I don't think you will fix the
Exactly.
problem.
Hmm.
So but keep in the sequence, like keep on
Yes.
watching, otherwise it is messed up.
Yes, yes. Manish.
Okay, so Arijit, I think you are good. Hamid.
Yeah, Manish, good.
Yeah. Okay, so let's move to the next problem. And if you can solve this problem, I can say with my confidence, you can solve any recursive problem of tree. Okay, chalo, going to the next problem. So let's make next problem bit simple. Okay, and it will be bit related to print level problem. Okay, and problem is this.
Manish, can I ask a quick question before you go there?
Yeah, sure.
So in the previous problem, right? So if you go to the previous problem, it says the hypothesis and induction, right? So like here, like print level lower dot left, comma minus one is induction.
This is hypothesis. These two lines are hypothesis. This is induction, and this is base condition.
Yeah, I understood the base condition, Manish, but I still have like difficulty.
So I would just request, please watch my first, I took complete 2 days to describe what is hypothesis, what is induction.
Yeah,
I think it is 4-hour video. So if you go through that 4-hour video, you will get better picture, and then only you can write in any time induction. Otherwise, like if I start explaining, it will take a lot of time.
Sure, no problem. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, so the next problem is you have a tree, something like this, this, this. If I say from here, if I am looking, I am the person, if I am looking from here, but all node will be visible to me directly. This node will be visible, right? This node will be visible, this node will be visible, this node will be visible, this node will be visible. But if I have something like this, then all four nodes will be visible, right? If I have something like this, again all four nodes will be visible. If I have something like this, again this four node is visible. If I have down, then this five node will be visible. So this is called left view of a tree. Okay. Problem is you need to print all the left view of this node tree. This is the problem. Try it first. I'll give you 5 minutes or 10 minutes. I'll give you, and then after that I'll explain. And I would say just use this same concept. Only place maybe you need to think about maybe one or two places. Just think about it. If you don't think your own, I think you will find it difficult.
No, should we solve like using recursion or?
Yeah, all are recursion, all are binary tree and all are recursion. That's what we are going to cover. If you master this thing, binary search tree, AVL tree, red black trees, nothing, I would say nothing. Okay, I'll give you 5-10 minutes. Did anyone find any approach?
No, Manish.
That's why I put this question. Okay, so it's a bit challenging. Okay, so although it's simple also, but at least you should come up with simple approach. So there are two ways we can solve this problem. Okay, there may be more way other, but what I know like that come into my mind is like two basic approach. So let's start with that. Okay, so you need to get the left view. So you know level order traversal, right? You know the level order traversal. You know level order traversal. What if at each level you print one node and exit from that? Each level you just print one node and exit. Will that give the answer?
Yeah.
Then where was the problem? There was no problem at all, right? It should come into the mind if I am printing the level order already. So what I can do at each level, I'll just print one node and I'll exit from that loop. Okay, let me give a try how it goes. So level order traversal was here. So at each level, I am calling the print level function, and it is the print level where I need to think, right? I just need to print once and then I need to exit, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, how can we do that? The second question. This is the print level function. I just need to print one node and after that exit. Think about it.
Yeah. So we're just printing the left view.
Sorry.
Usually it's printing the left node.
No, but problem maybe sometime you will have the right node also, right? So what is in this case all the right node, right? But that are the left view. Okay. How we can modify this code so that I can print only one for each level. Okay, now it's your challenge actually. Work like after the class, just try it. Okay, just try to modify this code. Okay, so that just one element got printed and after that I need to exit. So every time node dot left, it is printing at one level and then going down, 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 like that it is happening. Okay, so the second solution would be, this is the first simple solution. Okay, you just need to tweak somewhere. Okay, where you will be printing, where you will be tweaking, it's your responsibility. What if, okay, let me give something like this. If I just modify this print level int count, okay, and here I'll pass 1 1, okay, and what I'll do in print level, it's not working, right? Even though I am writing count is equal to 1, it's not working. Still not working. Why?
And should have that because H1 is 1.
it printed once, and after that, gone. Okay, you need to do some more tweak. I just want to help you understand how we can proceed, where I am facing the problem and how I can refine the code so that it got resolved, where the problem is, from where the problem is coming. So here count is equal to 1, count minus return. Okay, you guys just try it maybe sometime after that class. Okay, I'll approach with different. So there are some tweak you have to modify. It's all about the Java problem. Where should I mention this int count so that I can retain at certain level that count value? Okay, so once it is decreased, so it is decreased at global level, and that's why the problem is. Okay, so you have to just check on that, how you can do it. Okay, but we are going to do certain different approach. So what is the approach? So this is the code, how we can do that. And this is very simple, no need to use even that level order traversal. Oh shit. So what is idea here? Okay, so this part is very clear, right? Left view node dot right level +1, node view node dot left level +1. This is I'm doing as part of hypothesis. Okay, here I am giving some level. Okay, and level I am starting from the 0. Okay, why I am doing, I'll explain that. And what I am doing here, if max level is less than level, okay, if max level is less than level, then system.out.println and node.value and max level will becoming level. Okay, this is my induction. Why this is my induction? Let's think about it. Okay, so this is my tree. Okay, okay, this is very simple tree. So level is, let's say 0, 1, 2. Okay, 0, 1, 2. This is the level. You guys are following me, right?
Yes, Manish.
Okay. Oh, I left that problem just for you guys. Like that is very simple. So you need to understand that. That is pure Java thing. Okay. So 0, 1, 2. This is the level. Okay. I need to print at each level. So obviously I need to. So I am assuming this is 0 level, 1 level, 2 level. So obviously left view node dot right, left view node dot left. Okay, actually this two line will be reversed so that to get left view, this is actually right view code. I just tweaked it. So here this will be the first left view, then this is the right. This is the code. Okay, so I'm just passing node dot left level +1, node dot left level +1. And here what is happening, if max level I am setting as 0 as a static variable. Sorry, max level is 0. Okay, so max level is 0, or let's say I'll start with level is equal to 1. That would be better. And here if I am setting max level is 0. So in the first case, max level is less than equal to level. So 0 is less than equal to 1, right? So if 0 is less than equal to 1, let's say this is 10, this is 20, this is 30, it will print 10 and this max level will become level. So max level will be updated to 1. Okay. So this max level will become 1. Now what will happen? Again, it will call down node dot left, node dot right, but level got also increased. Earlier level was 1, now level is 2. So for this call, this is 2 level with 2 is passing. Here it is with 2 is getting passed, right? So again, but max level is 1. So the first time it is matching, max level is less than equal to level, system.out.print and node value, it will be printing this 20. First it got printed 10, then it will print 20, and then max level will become what? Max level will become 2. So in other case, this condition will never match. So obviously the next time it will go to the next level, and there only first element at what, maybe first element will be coming here and here. So it will be printing here, this will print second 2 or whatever, let's say 30 is there, then 30 it will print. Once this is done, then it will go to the level 4. So this is the 4th level, and first time it will got printed. So this 40 or 50 or whatever 60 will be got printed. So this is how you can tweak the code. So here just consider this line of the code, max level is equal to level. This is the whole thing, that is tweaking the code to make it left view. Is it clear or not? It won't be clear until and unless you do it your own. Did you guys got it?
Manish, the if statement has to be max level greater than level or less than. Why? Because for the first time it will be 0.
Correct. It will be
And-
less than, right? Max level is 0 and level is 1. Then it will be printing this one. Then level will become 1, but max level will be 0.
Okay.
It's your variable, like how you manage it. It's up to you
Okay.
guys. Okay. So here there is no such logic like you should like do like this or this. I think it makes sense. Or any question? What if I just ask you to make right view, then just do node dot write that as a first statement, and node dot view node this node dot left write as a second statement. Then it will give the right view of the tree. Or you guys need more explanation, just let me know. Or is it clear?
It is clear. So one question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So when we're printing that node dot left, right? Node dot left, level 1, level 1, left view, node dot is 1. So basically it will execute the rows to left view. It will not execute the node dot right. Node dot right, because the condition will not be met.
Correct, exactly. First it will check all the left side. First it will go traverse this side, then this side. If this is met, then obviously it will keep on printing here. Once it is returning, once it will return till here, then only it will start here. Okay, but at each level we have that max level variable, and so if you create that stack trace, so if you create this stack trace, so at each level you have max level 1, max level 2, max level 2, something like that. Max level is there, and at each stack, once first element is printed, this max level variable it got changed, and once this is changed, this condition won't be executed for that level. So that is the case. Very simple thing.
Yeah. And similarly for the right, if you just click that, and it will just bring the
Correct.
right.
Correct. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So see guys, like I can explain this problem also in the dev, like drawing the stack trace and all, but every time it's not possible. Otherwise, we won't be able to cover many more problems, right? So in the beginning, I used to do like for every problem, I used to draw stack trace and everything. But it will be very difficult for me like to draw every time. I think it's clear too. Maybe you may be thinking like I'm not explaining that well, but yeah, I don't want to explain that well actually. That is the thing, because I assume like now you should be comfortable. At least if I am talking something, you in your mind, the picture of stack trace should be coming. Otherwise, you won't be able to code, right? So if you do multiple problem, if you do your own recursive problem and you design your stack trace, so later like after 10-20 problem it will start, you can imagine your stack trace in your mind so that it will be easy to code. That's the thing. I think it makes sense to all of you.
Yes, Manish.
Okay. Next problem, I am giving very simple problem. That is, you have two tree. Okay. So let me ping this two tree, and you just need to tell me whether this two are identical tree or not using recursion. This is very simple problem. I assume at least this use guys should do.
So can you repeat that question again?
Okay, I'll repeat it. I'll repeat it. So problem is, you have one tree, something like 10, 20, 30. You have another tree, 10, 20, 30. These two are identical, right? Each node I am comparing, node by node comparison. Node this, node this, left, left. But these two are not identical, right? Here, if I am writing 30, here I am writing 40. These two are not identical, right? Although node are there. So you just need to check whether these two are just identical of each other or not. Okay. You have again 5-10 minutes.
Which level of node?
Each levels of node means?
I have like, so 10, right? 10, 20, 30, and on the...
Anything, right? It should be generic, like any number of node can be there in both the tree, but it should be identical. Each node corresponding to each node, like this node versus this node should be equal, this node versus this node should be equal, this node should, this node. Very bad. There is no problem at all. Actually, it's very simple. Let me explain you, and then you try your own. Okay. I'm just explaining.
Yes, Manish.
Are you able to see my screen, right?
Yes, Manish.
Okay. So it's very simple problem. Okay. So this is the two tree. Okay. This is the two tree. Let's say I'm just taking one simple example. And my hypothesis is, okay, if node dot left, so this is the root dot left, okay, if root dot left is equal to this root 2 dot left, okay, what I mean, if root dot left is equal to root 2 dot left, means all the child of this is also matching. Okay, all the child of this one is also matching. So that's my assumption. So my assumption is equal root 1 root 2. Okay, so my assumption is, let's say boolean b1. Okay, and here I am calling is equal root 1 dot left comma root 2 dot left. Okay, this is boolean b1. What it is coming? So if all the child of this one is equal to all the child of this one, then I just need to compare and all the child of this one is equal to all the child of this one, then I just need to compare these two data. If this two data is matching, then obviously rest all are is done, sorted out. So let's say this boolean b2 is, again it is equal root 1 dot right and root 2 dot right. Okay, and boolean b3 is root dot data is equal to root 1 dot data is equal to root 2 dot data, right? If this is true, this is true, this is true, okay, all three are true, then return true, otherwise return false. After that you can write as hypothesis or as induction. If b1 is equal to true and b2 is equal to true and b3 is equal to true, then return true, right? And as base block, in base case you can write if node or node 1 is equal to null or node 2 is equal to null, then just return false, and here it is boolean. That's it. Just try it, give a try, maybe some modification will be needed, but it will be sorted. That's what is needed, right? So my hypothesis is I need to check this tree and this tree is equal or not. Okay, if child of this, child of left of root and right of root is equal to left of root and right of root, and this data is equal to this data, then obviously these two trees are equal. No need to traverse everywhere, right? It's the work. Now again, if the control comes here, again this will be checking this node left, this node right should be equal to this node left, this node right. Okay, so if these two are equal, then obviously it's true, otherwise it will return false. So maybe here in base case you have to write few conditions, and this is the three thing only you need to check. That's it, done. Where is the problem? Any
Yeah.
question?
Okay. I did the same thing to Manish, but without question. So,
Yeah, try doing your own. Like if I explain, then obviously you can learn it, remember it, but if you try your own, then it will be in your mind. So do it your own. I'll just give the trick. Okay, so in coming problem also I'll just give the trick, you have to do it your own. Okay, so the next problem is okay, so here I am using some label order traversal method. So right, okay, print level order traversal. Achha. So the next problem is, it's very simple. So here I'll give you two problem actually in the same problem. The first problem is you have two tree. Okay. So 10, 20, 30. Here I'll write 30, 20. So these two are mirror image or not? What if I have 40 and 50? And here I have 50. Here it is 40 and 50, right? So, okay. So this not this node. Here I have 40 and 50. This is not there. So this two tree are mirror image or not? It is, right? Okay. So the first problem, you have given two tree and another tree is mirror image of the first one. You need to identify whether the first tree is mirror image of another or not. Okay. This is the first problem. Okay. You need to find, in the previous case, we have two tree. You had to identify all the nodes are equal or not. Both the tree are equal or not. But now problem is you need to identify the one tree is mirror image of another tree or not. The second problem is you have one tree. Okay. You have one tree like this, and you need to generate mirror image of this tree. This is generator function. Okay. So this time it would be something like this. So let's say here 10, 20, 30, then it will become 10, 30, 20, and this is 40, 50, then it will become 50, 40. From this tree, you need to generate this tree. And so two problem you have. Try to solve your own by before tomorrow's class. And if not solve at all, I'll explain it and try to solve more some good problem of binary tree. So this is the two assignment actually. Try to solve this two problem your own. Okay.
Nowadays you're doing recursion, right?
Yeah, using recursion. Nowhere I am using loop, any loop. No stack, no, only recursion. So that you master recursion. Okay, make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So before attending tomorrow's class, please solve this two problem your own, so that you will understand in next class so well actually, properly actually. So I'll have maybe tomorrow 5 and 6 more problem. Once that is done, then I'll move to binary search. Okay, make sense?
Yes, Manish.
Any question?
No, Manish, clear.
That's great. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Manish. Bye.
Have a good day. Bye-bye.